What is up, guys? Welcome to my channel where I build go-karts, lawnmowers, and diesel swapped Power Wheels. Oh, yeah! So, in the previous video, I got this Cummins Power Wheels and I added suspension to it. Like these nice beautiful shocks right here and in the front as well, but it's on the jack. But now you can't really use the suspension if you can't drive it, and you can't really drive it if you have no steering. So this is what this video is about. Is I'm gonna do a fully custom steering video, and then hopefully in the next video you should be able to see me take this out for the first drive. But so first things first, I got my nice lovely steering wheel from a parts mower. Got myself also a steering shaft with, okay, this didn't come from the parts mower, but the steering shaft came from the parts mower from the steering. So got some free steering parts. I also went ahead and cut out some of my flooring, which I don't really like doing. I don't like cutting my flooring too much, but anyways, it's fine. I gotta cut more plastic. I was thinking cut this little section off right here and just get rid of this whole section and just replace it with sheet metal and like a removable access panel for my lovely junk shaft setup. And then weld this on, and then weld like a little A-frame so I can mount my steering wheel something like this, and then continue on from there. So, just got my little mock-up of how my steering's gonna be. I sit down, my imaginary seat is gonna be like right here. But, wish I could sit down here, and then maybe it would be kind of cool if I can just crisscross my feet, sit this low, and I just have finger controls. I think that'd be really cool. I can actually like fit in. I really hope you can see this. Can't really see it right how the camera's positioned, but I think it'd be really cool how it'd be like this. But the unfortunate thing is I need to still fit a battery and a fuel tank over here, and then a fat gigantic chain's gonna go right through my leg, so I can't really do that. But whatever, it's okay. So mock-up done. Need to cut a hole into my dash because I have this little U-joint. This is a nice solid 3/4 inch one that fits very well compared to the one I had in my go-kart that's all wobbly. Like this has no movement, it's all solid. I want to put it in there, so I'm gonna have to unfortunately cut a big chunk through my dash. So I'm just gonna mark where to cut. So yeah, now I gotta just take the dash off. Just comes right off like this, and then cut a fat chunk into it. Hold tight. Just kidding. Anyways, okay, now I just tack welded my little U-joint right here. This very nice big biffy U-joint. So now I can ease of access, easily shove it in here, and clearly realize that is still need to cut a lot more. Alrighty, here is my progress. We got this all tack welded up, mocked up. Same thing with this. I went ahead and got the other piece cut off the gear end at the bottom, and then cut another piece of square tubing and tacked it on here. So now it's actually permanently stuck in here, unless if I cut a tack. But now I just got this piece of sheet metal, drill a hole, cut it exactly into a square. Now we can weld it on like this, and that way the steering wheel like won't rub. I already kind of cut it off, but just so it sits like flush and just rides smooth on the thing. It's fully welded on, custom 3D printed washer since I don't have one. Power of having 3D printer. It's basically like this. It spins at the bottom. It's kind of off-centered, if you can kind of tell. I don't know. Slanted, but that's the power of having the U-joint, which is very, very convenient. Over here, this is where it gets tricky. I flexed this like crazy. I'm not entirely sure, but I think I might clear it. Like this thing, I lifted up with the jack. It like lifts up like crazy. Like this thing has an insane amount of travel. Like I can get maybe a whole bunch of 8 inches of air, but like rear side fully compressed, and then front side like fully compressed. It's pretty cool how much this flexes, but you'll see that how much I can flex it in a future video. Since this is like extremely far back, I'm gonna add tabs straight out, like V-tab, like a V-shaped kind of thing. Like have one tab facing this way and one tab facing that way, and have it bolt onto their own tabs because it's at a weird angle, and I'm worried that I might not have enough. It'd be more convenient to put it in the front, but then that will mean if you turn right, it will turn left, and then if you turn left, it would turn right, and I don't want to deal with that again. Like on the go-kart, that was hilarious that time.
I turn to the left, it turns to the right. I turn to the right, it turns to the left. What is this?
Alright, well, fast forward later. It was a lot easier to just figure some stuff out off camera. But this is my final bend for my tie rods, and I'm just gonna fully weld them on, and then we'll put it on the truck. This is the right. Okie dokie. Well, we got everything mounted in. We got my funny looking slanted control arms on both sides, fully welded. Also did tacked on some steering joints more. And so yeah, let's test this out and see if it works. Steering is now fully welded on. It's not fully adjusted, but sitting down, mid-air, test. Oh my goodness, wow, it is so hard to turn. Wow, that is extremely hard to turn. Hold on, let me get rid of some of the stuff here in the back. So maybe I can, maybe it'll turn better when it's rolling. Got my nice steering wheel. Oh my gosh. This is annoying. When I try to make a left, right? Left, right? It works fine. Well, I don't know. It's really extremely weird. But look, if I try to make a right, and then it starts pointing it backwards. Left turn, I can't. I don't know what the heck is holding it. Like, everything seems loose over here. What is preventing me from executing a left turn? I genuinely do not know. I'm really actually out of ideas. I guess it does work? I don't even know. Like, this is actually really confusing. I need jam nuts for the tie rods, but... Wait, no, there we go. Now it seems to be working. No? No, what is... Oh, okay, so that's all to the left it can go, because then it just starts to pull and that's it. Anyways. I think the reason why I can't turn it while it's on the ground is because these are absolutely gigantic wheels. Dude, I think actually now I know why. This is why it's so hard. We have 150 pounds just sitting right on the thing, on the wheels. And from a standstill, they don't work. So, I think I'm just gonna buy some jam nuts. Well, I need to buy some jam nuts so I can make sure that the tie rods don't spin in a weird angle. I guess fully weld everything, and then I guess the only way to fully test it is while driving it. I'm really worried that like the only way I'm gonna be able to test actually steer is when I'm driving like 15 miles an hour, which kind of makes me doubt in this whole setup. Like the way how this is working and how it's all built, like I'm actually kind of starting to doubt the setup. I'm like, we'll see how it works. Hopefully all things go out well. Worst case scenario, I have to, I don't know, get a rack and pinion maybe and refabricate everything. Don't know. This is really extremely like one of the hardest projects I've ever had to work on, because the go-kart steering is barely any suspension. Well, it has tiny little jumpers, but it's nothing like this where there's a full swing and just the frame, you gotta bend things around. That's just a simple little tie rod. It's really just hard and confusing. So I am slowly trying to figure this out. It's annoying when things don't work out well. Well, that's it for today's video. I have accomplished another thing, steering, which is one step closer to finishing this truck. Next video, this thing, you guys should be able to see this thing up and running. Something happened, so the video might take a little while to come out. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.